Hey, this is Obelisk speaking, doing a One Piece chapter opinion slash review of chapter 1051. Yes, 1051. And the cover page is, I guess they successfully escaped, which is weird. Where's Katakuri? Or Cracker? Like, Germ Escape? The Emotionless Excursion, Volume 2, Germ Escape. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And we started right where we left off. And for some reason, Kinemon is somehow alive. And we see the dog, Inurashiki. Kapapa, I forgot his name. I really don't like the Scabbards. Raizo, he's Shinobu, Kiko Nekomamushi. Kiko's alive somehow. And everyone's like, they're tuning in. I guess they got television screens everywhere. They're tuning in and they're hearing the news. Everything's breaking out. And we get to the most important part. It says, "You're Kaido-san." Oh, what means there's still more fighting to do. So Yamato is in front of the entire crew. Well, almost the entire crew. And she's pretty much stated, "I'm not your crew." She also stated something funny that they're all weird. And then they're saying, "No, you're the one that you have horns, Kaido's." And then she pretty much says, "I'm Kaido's son." And this is, I'm really hoping this goes down. Oda doesn't pull a fast one on us. And she says that, "Anyway, I'm going to be joining you on your ship. I'm Kozuki Oden, otherwise known as Yamato. Nice to meet you." And we see that Baruch and Nami are shocked, like, well, Frank is just like on our crew. And Usopp and Nami are shocked. Baruch is like, "Oh, I'm all for it," and Sanjay is especially for it, and he's reacting to her as a girl. And we also see the side action, the also precious side action. And Robin is like, "Oh, you're a funny one, with love heart." So she's, I guess, approves of it. The only one who's holding out is Jinbei. "Nice of you to invite yourself aboard, but it's the captain who decides that," and that's true. And Yamato agrees to this, that it is true. And we also see a pretty nice panel here with Luffy and Zoro side by side being treated. So pretty much she got shivers. So this is pretty much, and I guess the Beast Pirates are escaping, trying to escape. And we also get something very interesting here, which is, I'm not sure if it's still a positive thing, because it's still kind of pseudo-slavery, even though the entire arc has been to, how would you say, remove slavery. And it's Otama's power. I think Oda seriously screwed up with Otama, and now he's trying to rectify it in some way, shape. So it is revealed that her power only lasts a month, but sometimes some of the ammo stay friendly to her. So after a month, they'll regain their freedoms pretty much. And so Horselina really wants to stay with her, but she's kind of mentally manipulated. And I guess Otama wants to stay with Horselina, and she has like a whole shock face, like, "This is too cute." And I guess this is nice in a way to Otama's character. And I guess this doesn't make her power so broken. And Nami's shocked that she says, "I hope you stay with me forever." But she does say that she sees Horselina more like a mommy. She sees her as a mother figure. And we get to see why, because we finally get to see a flashback of Otama, which is, it came out of the left field, but it does have some impact to it, because it has a tragedy, a middle point, and an ending, and a happy ending, I guess, in a way. Because Otama's parents died in the factory, I guess. Rest in peace. That's pretty sad. And we see her struggling to survive. selling hats, but she's not getting that many customers. And we see this little Komachin or Komachio. This dog thing has been with her since a long time. And a Tengen, and we see Tengen, and Tengen is pretty much the one that tells her to not despair, to give up hope that the Kozuki clan is coming back. And this is what gives her hope to like continue on, to struggling. And I see her crying. She's crying because this parallels with Momonosuke's flash, but well, Momonosuke's speech in a way. And we see Luffy smiling. So I guess since he can hear the voice of all things, he in a way is hearing the voices of these people. And he's hearing there's a resolution in a way. So I'm pretty sure she's staying. Because I don't see her going with the Straw Hats. Though it would be nice to have her as a cabin crew member. As a trainee. But I don't think it's happening. And then we see Momonosuke, well, Shadow, and he's starting the speech, and we see kids pretty much fed up, because what he's saying, what alliance? So he's like, I was never part of any alliance. And we see people saying, he's pretty much stating that they've been vanquished, everyone's been vanquished, they're free now, they can eat to their heart contents. And we see Law, and Law's like, thinking. And my question is right now, I'm thinking, what happens with Law and Luffy now? Because I know Law in a way is indebted to Luffy because he was able to have somewhat closure to his vengeance on Don Flamingo because of Luffy. We see Carrot in the side. She's crying because she's not Nakama. That's so hilarious. Anyway, so back to Law. And we see he looks badass because Beppo didn't do nothing. So Beppo's useless. Anyway, I guess Beppo is his pet, Law's pet. So Law, I guess, is pondering, because Law's not treating Luffy or anything, so he's not doing any medical stuff. Which is surprising, in a way, to me. So, my question is, what happens to Law? We know he has an agenda. He wants to know the truth of the will of D. So he wants to unravel the will of D, which is completely different to what Luffy's doing. He just wants to become a king of the pirates. So Law, in a way, is not interested in King of the Pirates title. He is interested in the will of D, which I believe we're also gonna, well, it's gonna steer him to the One Piece treasure, irregardless. Unless the will of D is recorded somewhere else, then possibly. As for Kid, I don't know what's gonna happen to Kid. He's gonna probably leave, and that'll be the end of that. And we see Momonosuke, and he's pretty much getting a speech, and he's grabbing courage from Luffy. And he's stating his name means invincible. And we finally see him. And I will lead Wano Kuni. And we finally see his design, and his design is not bad. I'm not gonna lie. Oda has really... Yamato's design is incredible. King's design, or... what was it? Albert is that was his name, right? King's design was incredibly good. Yamato's was incredibly good, and we also see Momonosuke's design is really top notch. He didn't go the goofy route because Oden was goofy. He went the goofy route, but he went really nice. He kind of reminds me of Samurai Jack in a way, when he went on his incursion and he grew his long hair. So in a way, he's inspired by Samurai Jack. And we see his, I guess the fan art was really off. And we see the crescent moons and the Kozuki symbol. So he has a sword. I forgot the name of the sword, but it's the other sword. The one that's supposed to cut the heavens. But he looks badass. He looks like he could be like a serious swordsman or something. Although he's not. He's still a kid. He's pretty much stating he's going to keep his promise. And I guess in a way he does. Because at the end of the chapter, we see people cheering his speech. And he's asking for strength of his people to lead them. And we see silhouettes. We see Sanji smoking. So Sanji is almost... but he has high speed recovery. recoverability, so he's doing good, I guess. We see Yamato cheering Frankie with them. We see Otama, Nami, and we see a serious face of Momonosuke. So Momonosuke's character, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually pretty good. Momonosuke, I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty well written character. I can't think of any like major flaws on him. He's always known he's weak. He's always known his limitations, and he doesn't try to. Well, he does try to push them, but he understands when he can't do something. That's So I guess his character is pretty nice, and the reason is interesting. It doesn't state about his strength. This is the birth of the man who would later be known around the world as the greatest shogun of Wano, Kozuki Momonosuke. So this is, to me, this is very strange, because what happened to the prophecy? Because we remember and we see a silhouette of, I will follow you in your footsteps. He's pretty much following his father in his footsteps. But he's not, because he's not opening the borders. Well, not yet. So this is very interesting to me. That means, what happened to Joy Boy? What's going on here? That means we've been lied to in this prophecy? And the other thing I'm pondering here, we see the chapter end, but the act doesn't close. The act 3 should have closed by now, because we're still in act 3, I think. It should have closed, and it should have said, and the next chapter should be epilogue, should be called the act epilogue. But yet the act 3 has not ended. Why is this happening? Because Oda started this as a kabuki play with act 1 and act 2 and act 3. We are still in act 3. It has not ended. Why is this the case? And how would you say? And the borders are not open. So what's going on? I highly doubt Kaido's getting up, or Big Mom is getting up. So what's happening here? I did tear up, because this is, regardless of whether some people think it's bad or good, it is a conclusion nonetheless, and it's the conclusion Oda has decided to go with, and I guess that's the way it's gonna happen. Because at the ultimately, we are not the ones writing this. It's Oda. This is his world, and he's gonna choose whatever he wants to choose, kill whatever he wants to kill, and do whatever he wants to do with these characters. And this is what he chose, and I guess this is it. This is what's gonna go down. So I did tear up a little, because it's been a long time coming, and it feels like this is finally the end, and we're finally going to move on to other stuff. I'm really interested in what's going to be happening to the outside world, and where are we going next, because it hasn't been really foreshadowed to where we're going next. It hasn't been really foreshadowed. Well, it has, but I'm thinking, is Luffy gonna go save Sabo or something, or another rescue arc? I don't know. Who knows? Because we also still have Elbaf. Elba has been foreshadowed, and maybe we're going there. And we also have the Vegapunk arc that Oda himself has foreshadowed. So when are we meeting Vegapunk? I'm not gonna. Like I said, the most interesting part is, why hasn't the act ended? Act 3 should end. An epilogue should begin. That means the conclusion is happening. Everything's getting wrapped up. And this should be at the end of the act. Act 3. And the next chapter should start with the epilogue. But it's not. So what's going on here? Unless Oda totally forgot about it, he's doing that. But then again, I don't think so. So I really like that Yamato is stating that she's joining the crew, pretty much. And I'm pretty much thinking it would be ridiculous to think Luffy would reject her in some shape or form. But I think she's pretty much going to pull the Odin route. Like, Whitebeard rejected Odin in the beginning, and he just joined regardless. He forcefully joined. So I'm hoping that happens. But I don't see why Luffy would deny her. It would have to be a pretty good reason for Luffy to deny her. So I'm liking this. It's over. The battle is finally ended. It's surreal. It's been a long time coming, and holy shit. It has been a really long time coming, and it has ended, and we're gonna move on to greater things. And this is also a testament that the end is 9, I guess. The end is truly 9. But anyway, this is in terms of chapter, I think a 7 points. It's okay. It gives no fighting. It's just speech and a small flashback of old time. But I don't understand where we got it. I guess Oda's trying to fill up the chapter. I don't understand why we didn't get this earlier, or when she first started acting and fighting, to give us more understanding of her resolve. But we got it here, so that's it. Way better flashback, I'm not gonna lie, than Kaido's. That's for sure. It has more emotional impact. Then again, Kaido's flashbacks wasn't supposed to have emotional impact. It was supposed to have information, juicy information, but it doesn't. Anyway, I'm really digging Momonosuke's design. Really badass. And the whole Hiyori and Momonosuke, they hug, and she's tearing up and doing that pouchy face she does when she did it with Zoro. So that's that. So I think it's a conclusion. My opinions is it's okay. It's not bad. We have to wait and see what the other chapters bring us, and we'll see from there. The only thing that bugs me off is the act endings. Like, why is that not happening? Or I'm missing, or I'm not reading something? Because the chapter doesn't start with act or anything like that. Anyway, peace out. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. And peace.